Righto, so I'm back again after having recorded something that's not too terrible. Sound quality is a bit rubbish, but I'm just using a headphone mic. Okay, so I've partially upgraded my dodgy little Sidewinder. Still got 22,000 sitting in the bank, but because I bought a commander package, I can actually tart this little beast up with a paint package. So that's your stock Sidewinder colouring. But I can pick one of these. Now, because I've changed my heads-up display colours, these actually look rubbish. That one, believe it or not, is actually the red, and the purple looks red on the icon. That's blue because it's colour shifted all of the things, but at least the ships themselves are the right colour. Which one do I want to give it? Yeah, we're a turkey. We'll go yellow. Why not? Okay. When I started it up, I gave it the wrong name. I haven't actually bought any ship plates or anything, so it's purely for my own vanity on this one. Put a decal on it. Now, yes, if you go to the Frontier store, you can actually get a pack of free decals that are for the 11 power play powers. Oh, why not? We'll put the Kumo one on there just because it looks a bit cool. I don't think at the moment I have any ranks, so no, that's it, I've only got those ones. Oh no, there we go, trade mostly penniless, because I've done one lot of trade. As you go up in Pilots Federation ranks, you get more and more of these. I think there's about 5 of them for trade, exploration, and of course combat. So at the moment I've got the very first one, and that's all I can put on there, but I'm going to go with Kumo. Alright, and yeah, I haven't bought nameplates or ship IDs or anything. They actually want you to pay for those. I'll do it on my main account, not on here. Yeah, people put things on their dashboards, I'm not interested in that. What else have I got? Ship kits, I don't think I've got them. No, but you can make your ship look a bit cooler. And yes, weapon detailing must be the new name for laser colours. Again, I haven't got them on this account. Engine detailing, I think, must be the colour trails you leave behind. Okay. Now, while we're at this screen, and I've got a pointer to show what's going on. At the moment, my total power plant can give me 7.2 megawatts, and with everything deployed and going, the maximum I'm using is only 6.3. So my dodgy, crappy little power plant is more than sufficient for the current loadout with the 2 cheap and nasty gimbal pulse lasers. With other things on here, that could change. If we go back and have a look at the outfitting again. If I have a look at the utility mounts, yeah, I can get a kill warrant scanner. Well, no, I can't because I can't afford one, but a kill warrant scanner at D class is usually not enough. The D class would give me 2.5 kilometres. No, actually that's probably not too bad, but better would be the 3 kilometre range C rated one. These will allow you to scan enemy ships, and you can retrieve more bounties from them. Or if you happen to find them in an anarchy system, you can actually scan them at all to get any bounty off them. But just that one scanner would push me to close to the power limit for this ship. Anyway, I can't afford it, so it's nothing to worry about. If I get back out of here, I think I'm done with ship fitting. If I bring up my right hand menu, press the right button and I'll get that. Mouse is not moving anyway. Down there it says Rebuy cost 3,500. That's because I've upgraded some of my ship. If I were to blow up, and I would be back at the insurance screen, and if I've got more than that 3,500, then I can rebuy my current ship as is, with everything except for cargo returned. This is trivially cheap at this stage. As you can see, a single mission has given me just under 100,000, so the entirety of my ship is pretty much worthless, and the rebuy cost is trivial, but on the bigger ships it can be tens of millions. Anyway, time to check my map and get out of here. McMahon Dock is where I had to go to get rid of my initial newbie mission, as well as at least one of the deliveries, so launch and get going. Because I upgraded the components, it's changed the pips, so 4 pips to engines again. We have a commander outside. I am in open, so it is possible they might be potentially hostile. Okay, get out of here. Okay, McMahon Dock is over there, past the sun. Check my contacts. Okay, that guy calls himself Racer, I think. Alright, launch into frameship. And once I'm in there and zooming along, I can check my messages. Right. Okay. What's that one? Oh yeah, good on you. They wanted me to deliver that while I was stuffing around with my filming. So yeah, it would have given me 25k bonus for that. Yeah, whatever. There's my trade rank. Whatever. Yeah, McMahon Dock will give us, okay, so that's my 10k, that's the initial newbie mission. So I'll leave that sitting there for the moment. Okay. Because I'm too close to the planet, I'm still sort of stuck in its gravity well, so at the moment I'm only travelling at about 0.3 light speed. As I get further away, and that's kind of why I'm flying at an angle, as I get further away my frameshift drive is able to speed up. And as you can see, the place I'm going to is sort of crossing the entirety of the inner ring of this planetary, stellar system. And then I would drop in. I'm going to slow down a little bit. I think I might have my first loop of shame. Yay. So spiral around a bit. No, I'm still going to go past it, I think. Yeah. If you don't pay attention, When you're too busy watching your video screen, you zoom past, and I'm still got velocity to burn off. And just enough, yep. Okay, now this is a little outpost which can only take small and medium sized ships. Obviously being in the starter sidewinder, that's a small ship. Let's request docking.
Boarding permission granted.
Oh, I can never find these docking spots on this thing, it's around the other side somewhere. Oh, it's number 2, great. So where's number 1? Where is it? Oh, okay, up on there. What a useless thing that is. Put down the landing gear.
Landing gear deployed.
Yeah, whatever. I'm coming in upside down at the moment, but that should be enough to get me in the right line. Roll it over. Okay, I've overshot as usual. And now we're going back too far. From 2 crappy landings. Okay. Because I am actually playing in open, I should do this. I should enter the hangar. Because there are commanders who will shoot you if you sit on the surface of those docks. So so there should be at least 2 missions here. One was a delivery and one was my standard newbie mission. So there's the newbie mission. Yay, 10k, and my reputation in my starting system on one of the factions went up by a little bit. And because that faction LHS 3447 Dynamic & Co is a federal aligned one, I got a teeny tiny boost to my federal reputation as well. If you do enough missions for federals or alliance or imperial factions and your superpower reputation is all the way over here into allied, it greatly boosts the rate that you pick up other minor factions that are allied to that thing. So you might start off at neutral, but 2 missions will put you into what's that, cordial, friendly, and like 5 missions will put you up all the way into allied. So it's actually worth pursuing superpower reputation. It takes a long time to build, but it does assist the rate that your reputation in a local faction will grow. It's also a good idea to pick a new home system when you've decided where you want to go. I've got a place in mind for where I'll take this one. Anyway, back and deliver those basic medicines. Now this was the mission that I picked up at the other system, and it was 75,000 just for a hop, skip and a jump between the 2 stations. So there, and that was Erivate. Elevate Life Services are going to give me a bit more reputation. They are not allied to one of the major superpowers, so it's just purely a small boost to their own reputation. Okay, now what have I still got in my mission log? That's this one. 22 hours to do them, that's good. So Ackerman Market for 10k, it's hardly worth it. And that's the Coltan one, 130k. And this doesn't tell me how far away it is, but it was, yeah, it'll be about 15 or so from this place. Okay, let's have a look. Nothing much interesting. Okay, this particular place is in outbreak. That means that it's probably going to like receiving medicines of various types, and it gives you all of these trade data, so you can tell. Actually, these are salvage ones. I've got to go there and find some information, but yeah, you get lots of trade data missions. Yeah, combat stabilizers or whatever. No, not going to happen. This other one is in, or is going to be in, a civil war, which means this place might be good to pick up some combat missions in a couple of days' time, but not now. Courier job not even worth my time. $70k for 4 units, but it's going in the wrong direction, I think. It's not too far with my enhanced jump range, but still 2 jumps. That's a planetary landing mission, 36 light years away. They can go away. I'm not going to bother with that. You would possibly pick up something like that if it was going to the same place as some of your others. Most data delivery ones don't have any cargo requirement. This one just gives me money, and it will give me commodities, but I don't need the cargo on board to take it there, so I can accept it in my pathetic ship at the moment, and then you can just sell those commodities. What have we got here? Yeah, that's the same place as at least one of the other missions, but yeah, 36 light years on this ship is not something I want to do. That's 2 jumps for nearly any ship that's not engineered. 100k, it's almost tempting though. European Enterprise, I think that's a bit further out. Okay, that one was worth considering because there's a good chance that I would have to go back to that system on my way through to the place where I've got to do the other delivery. If you're there already, you may as well go, but no, don't think so today. Don't meet those requirements. Okay, so there's nothing interesting here. And then my next location is that delivery at Ackerman Market, and now that I've been circling around, that's now 300 light seconds away. Oh well, whatever. It will be done. Okay, so I'm not carrying much. I've got 4 spaces that I could go with, but I'm not going to bother. If I put my discovery scanner on fire group, that's button number 2, whereas my 2 lasers are on button number 1. That means if I'm in a planetary system that I want to do a scan, I can press my number 2 button without triggering my guns. Data link scanner is not really relevant at this point, so I'll leave that off. At some point I should do a hollow me, but I'm not going to bother just yet. And yeah, I'm not equipped for any passengers, but if I were, let's see what's on offer. Okay, so I'm not above neutral with any of these factions, but if you have a look at this, okay, so I need to be friendly with reputation with that one. 2.5 million for a 1,300 light year trip. No, don't think so. This one, 19, nearly 20 million on that one. 20 million for a planetary landing. Yeah, 17,000 light years. That's about a third of the way across the thing. Let's have a look at the galaxy map and see just how far that one is. Yeah, that's kind of far. Keep zooming out, zooming out, zooming out. I can't even see where our... Okay, well that's the core of the galaxy. Oh, there we are. And Colonia's over here somewhere, so that's kind of near Colonia. That's a ridiculously long way away. Assuming I could put a fuel scoop on this piece of crap and then do the jumping, that'd take me 2 weeks to get there. 2 weeks of real time. So yeah, that's not going to happen. You can collect a few of those missions and they're worth doing in a decent jumping ship. Tourists, not even worth bothering with. Not at that sort of price. LHS. So these guys just want to go from one place to another. That's my starting system, LHS 3447. Blufford Orbital, I don't think that was too far away. So I mean, if I had the equipment, that'd be worth it. 18 economy is pretty easy, but yeah, you've got to be in something like an Asp Explorer to even have the space to have something like that. And by then you can make better money anywhere. But basically, your rank, if my trade rank was higher, I'd get offered better missions, and my trade rank and my reputation with these local factions, if they were much better, the price is a lot better. You can get some for close to $1 million for just a single hop, and you can stack 5 or 6 of them, so depending on your ship you can get 5 or 6 million in a single jump, whereas that's way out of my reach at this point in time. Anyway, enough stuffing around with that. Universal Cartographics is where you come to sell your stellar data, which I haven't got anything anyway, but even if I did, you have to be 20 light years away from where you collected it, and I haven't even jumped that far yet. That's what the discovery scanners are all about. Okay, so off to the other the station in this system, sell that, hand in that delivery mission. I think McMahon Dock is sort of a mining outpost or a extraction economy or something, whereas Ackerman Market, if I'm remembering correctly, is an agricultural one. So there's a bit of opportunity to make trades, but they are on the order of hundreds of credits per tonne and not even worth my trouble.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
That McMahon Dock was probably run by the local faction called Erivate something free, whereas the system as a whole is run by Adler's Armada. So NPC police ships that you might encounter will be from Adler's Armada, even though it is actually a player group. They've got influence in about half a dozen systems around this area. But I just want to get rid of this stupid mission and then jump on out of here. Okay, so that guy's zoomed in behind me. It's an NPC, but it's possible it's going to try and interdict me. only NPCs, it's not really a struggle. A human commander would probably capture me. Okay, I'm going to slow down a bit early because I'm not concentrating properly. Avoid that loop of shame. So you see the Earth-like planet that Ackerman Market is orbiting. Actually looks like I'm coming in behind it, but given that it's a station that's easy to find the front, that doesn't actually matter all that much. Unregistered comms beacon, I forgot what they all are. There'll be pirates there. Okay, so I'm going to fly past it. Slow down a bit. Try and drop down in on it from the front, and that'll do. Ah, damn it. I actually got out of range of it. Or did I? Oh, there I am. Good. Oh, 43k. Okay, I did get out of it. 2 minutes at this speed. Recording so far, I've had 3 landings and I've stuffed all 3 of them up. If this was say 100 k's, you might jump out to Super Cruise again and then immediately jump back out again, but by the time you got out and then back in again, I'd actually cruise past. It's probably faster to drive. D-scanner, and because I'm not in full-on Super Cruise, I've actually pulled my weapons out, so I'll put them back again. This system is well discovered already, so I've got no new astronomical objects discovered, and the basic scanner that I've got's only got a 500 light second range anyway, so it's pretty crap. One of the first things you want to spend some money on is a advanced discovery scanner for most standard ships. Okay, now I'm within its range, so the flight control's talking to me, but I'm too far away from it to actually dock. I've got to be within 7.5 kilometres. So just to prove that, contact Ackerman Market, request docking.
Permission denied, Commander. Advance your ship to 7,500 meters.
See, out of range, it won't let me. No fire zone, so if I pop out my weapons.
A warning, Commander. Weapon fire restrictions are in place here.
See, they get a bit nervous.
Access granted. QR code for approach to pad 36.
Okay, and doesn't look like there's any human commanders anywhere nearby. This has all been open play. There was one that was docked at my previous station, but I haven't seen anybody since. When in open, you should always travel below 100 on approach, because they do silly things like slam into you and then it's suddenly your fault. And that's an NPC beluga coming out. They'll squash my little ship if I'm not careful. Slow down some more, stick out the landing gear.
Landing gear deployed.
Oh, bounced off the ground.